Regular session, Nogales Housing Authority Board of Commissioners meeting, 3:05 p.m. Wednesday, May 11th, 2022, City Hall Complex. I call this meeting to order, and please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Madam Clerk, will you please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much, Commissioners. Call to the public. Is there anybody called to the public? Is there any public at all? Okay, nobody called to the public. We do have John and the public and Martin, but they're very quiet today. Okay, number 4, Director's Report, Financial Report. Number 1, discussion on the Nogales Housing Authority's annual independent audit for fiscal year ending March 31st, 2021.
Mr. Chairman, members of the Commission, again, the Housing Authority underwent its annual audit alongside with the city. And as we all recall, last time, Mr. Osich from the city's auditing team brought up a couple things. Our OPEP delayed a little bit of the audit and such. However, April, our auditing team, has issued a clean audit with the exception of one finding. And that one finding is the submission of Form 6002, which is a form that needs to be completed through HUD. It was 7 days late, done compared to the past where it's been months, if not years late. So we're moving forward on that. To correct that, policy will be drafted and I'll bring back to the commissioners for review and adoption. Two-part security or two-factor authentication, if you may. It'll fall under the director and it should also fall under the finance team or finance manager. So where either or would have the ability to do so. As of right now, I'm having issues with 6002 because my HUD profile is still not working. I had a good conversation last week to get it done. Hopefully we'll get that squared away for this budget, for this upcoming ending of our fiscal budget. However, HUD authored another direction in which Form 6002 will no longer be necessary. So I'm waiting to see what's going to happen, how we should continue with that for the future. So with that, to remedy this issue, policy will be created, brought up to the commissioners, and hopefully adopted by the board. And it'll have accountability behind it. So with that, again, I just want to reiterate, absent of that, we still have, or to include that, we still have a clean audit. And that's the opinion of our auditor.
Is there any discussion from the members of the council? None? Okay, let's continue with number 2, update on carbon monoxide, smoke detectors, and handrail project.
So by 2023, I think, so at the end of this year, the Housing Authority has to install working carbon monoxide detectors. We have some grant funding from HUD. However, Martin had a really good idea, and we're going to move forward with it. So we put out to bid exactly that, carbon monoxide detectors and smoke detectors. Refresh them all, get them all installed. It's a 10-year life on them, so that at least give us something, to work or to have for the next 10 years. With that, the bids came in too high, so we have to go back and figure out how we're going to get more funding for it, or split both projects. So with that, that's just something that we'll bring back to the commissioners in the very near future, hopefully by July, so we can at least have 6 months to get those installed.
Are these battery operated?
Yes, the 10-year worry-free battery.
10-year?
Yes.
10 year.
That way we don't have to worry about them for hopefully the next 10 years.
Handrails.
How those with your staff?
We could, Mayor, or Mr. Chairman, we could. However, there'd be some justification behind that because it would take some time to do so. Martin was very diligent when he proposed the 5-year action plan, in which he anticipated this happening, and we have some funding. It's a third of what we need. So we just got to go back and rearrange our numbers, which means we would be coming back to the commissioners to have our 5-year plan adjusted on a significant amendment.
How many are you installing for the apartment unit?
Up to
It would be
One carbon
monoxide by code per unit, and one smoke detector per living area, so bedroom and a living room would have a battery operated.
So you will have three
Depending on the size of the house, so depending on the household size. So, but I might correct numbers if I remember correctly, Commissioner. I have 811 living rooms, considering bedrooms in the public housing.
That'll be costing.
Yeah.
And the handrail?
handrails, we put them out to bid. Unfortunately, per our procurement requirements, we need at least 2 or more. We only got 1, so we'll go back to the drawing board on that. We do have some money set aside for that. We haven't opened the bid that came in, so we'll go back to the drawing board and republicize those, and hopefully there's a little bit more interest on it. If not, then that will probably end up being forced labor on our end, and we'll be able to do that. That's Plan B.
Okay. Any questions? Go ahead.
Question, by statute or by, why is it that we need more bids?
Federal procurement codes, so they say at least 2 or more to be able to do so.
But even if we open it up and we don't receive them?
Right. So we'll just go back to the drawing board. What's happening with the handrails is the tubing is way too expensive, and labor is a lot cheaper to do so. So the cost of material outweighs the labor need. That's what we've been seeing in a lot of areas. So yeah, we'll just come back with it and hopefully by July.
Okay. All right, let's go to number 5, resolutions.
Number 1, consideration possible action of Housing Resolution 2022-05-05, a resolution of the Board of Commissioners of the Housing Authority of the City of Nogales approving the annual independent audit prepared and submitted by Aprio LLP for the Nogales Housing Authority for fiscal year ending March 31, 2021. Discussion or now motion.
So move.
Hello?
Second.
Okay, good.
Ganging up on me.
Come on, Commissioner. All right, discussion. Discussion. Any discussion?
No.
No discussion?
No
Hearing none? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Number 2, consideration possible action on Housing Resolution 2022-05-06, a resolution of the Board of Commissioners of the Housing Authority of the City of Nogales approving the sealed bid submitted by Explandor Home Building LLC for the modernization of 5 apartment units.
Question?
Let's have a motion.
I make the motion.
Yes. Second, then Mr. Diaz. Yeah, Commissioner. And Diaz made the motion. Okay, now discussion.
On the modernization of the units, are they going to be done like the one you showed us pictures of? It was a complete redo to include appliances and kitchens, the whole deal?
Mr. Chairman?
Go ahead.
Members of the commission, yes, Mr. Diaz, absolutely true. The only thing we're not replacing would be walls unless absolutely necessary. But yeah, we're talking about brand new tile, brand new bathroom fixtures, toilets, sinks. We are throwing out the kitchen sink. We're bringing in a brand new one. Appliances are ready to go. We actually have those in stock. So when we do the turnarounds on these units, they'll be able to have them. And it's those fancy black ones that we've been buying. Cabinetry, just about everything.
That's so nice.
So it's a brand new unit. Some of these units, have not been touched since they were built in the 70s. So they're just as old as I am.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't look this good, but they're okay.
But yeah, they look pretty nice on
Yeah.
the last ones you did.
Yes.
They look very good.
And the winner of this bid, this go around, is the same person who's done the previous one. So we expect the same craftsmanship. To be identical to what we provided last time. And for the new commissioners, well, Mr. Gardias, I'll go ahead and share those pictures so you can see before and after just to see what's happening. But yeah, our intention is to go through these as many as we can yearly. In this case, this year, we were lucky enough to have a little bit of leftover money from 21, I think, from 21, and all of 22. So,
It's nice.
or all of 21 and a little bit of 20. That's what it is. So we have more money for 2022 once those funds get released.
I was going to ask you if you were comfortable with the company that was doing it, but you answered the question. He's the one that did the last ones.
Yes, sir.
He's the one who got the bid this time.
Exactly, Mr. Chairman. He's up to 10, 12 more? 15 units.
15 units.
Out of 226.
The price seems pretty reasonable too, compared to the other bid we got.
Exactly. So that's another thing to look at. There was one bid who was twice as much, or pretty close to twice as much.
Yeah, I saw that one, 450,000.
I think the chairman at one point said that usually contractors realize these are federally funded and they go, a little bit crazy on the bidding. This current bid from Explandor Builders or Buildings is right in tune to as to what we're looking for.
You have to remember the federal government was used to buying toilet seats for $500 at one time. So that stopped a long time ago, and I'm glad we're going to.
Were they doing it here?
No, not here, but in other cities.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, seriously. I don't know. They might have. I don't know. Did we ever buy a toilet seat for $500?
No, I don't think Home Depot carries it yet.
Okay, so with that, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Unanimous. 3, consideration of possible action of Housing Resolution 2022-05-07, a resolution of the Board of Commissioners of the Housing Authority of the City of Nogales approving the sealed bid submitted by Diana's General Construction LLC for roofing of Las Americas site.
So moved. Second.
Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Unanimous. Muchas gracias. I love it. Okay, future agenda items. Okay, no future agenda items. All right, let's go to number 7. This motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Fue su día de gloria, ¿no?
All right, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.